Doraemon and Nobita collected a truckload of scrap cardboard. Back home, they first cut it with scissors, then taped the cardboard pieces together with regular tape. Following their pre-designed space station blueprint, they assembled the cardboard sections into a light-shaped structure. Finally, they attached the engine hatch to the entrance. A cardboard space station was complete. Nobita wondered, can this cardboard thing really break through the atmosphere? Doraemon then produced 2 buckets of paint. Only by coating the cardboard with this paint would the station become harder than steel, capable of withstanding even meteorite impact. They painted until dusk, finally completing the space station. The next morning, they pressed the launch button. The rocket spewed billowing smoke. Propelled by immense thrust, it successfully carried the station into Earth's orbit. Upon reaching the designated altitude, the rocket ceased firing. Simultaneously, it released the high-strength fabric enveloping the cardboard space station. Doraemon then remotely operated the system, inflating the station and supplying oxygen. After adding propulsion, the cardboard space station successfully entered orbit. It maintained a circular path 4,000 meters above the Earth's surface. Only then did they consider the launch mission complete. They embraced in celebration. What an incredible achievement. Doraemon opened the control pod's hatch. Connected to the space station, they'd launched into the cosmos. Nobita prepared to step inside for a closer look. Just then, Jian and Suneo arrived upon hearing the news. With just a pack of dorayaki, they managed to outwit Doraemon and successfully swapped out the space station experiment suits. They smoothly entered the cabin, presented to the weightlessness. Then the view outside stunned him. Earth looked so vast from this distance. Nobita suddenly wondered, weren't they dangerously close to Earth? Wouldn't gravity pull them down? Doraemon explained, if launched vertically upward, the rocket would be pulled back by Earth's gravity. That's why rockets launch at an angle. But even so, it would still crash after flying for a while. Thus, the rocket must reach maximum altitude and distance as quickly as possible. Even then, the rocket couldn't escape falling back to Earth. But due to Earth's spherical shape, the rocket would orbit the planet. Nobita felt a bit hungry after Doraemon's explanation. He returned to his backyard. Just as Nobita was grabbing some food, Shizuka happened to come over. Nobita invited Shizuka to join him on an adventure. Shizuka came in and had a great time playing. Nobita added boiling water to instant noodles, but in zero gravity the steam couldn't dissipate. Doraemon screamed from the scalding heat. The noodles and broth congealed together, making them too messy to eat. Then Nobita opened a bottle of water, but the bottle was pressurized. The moment it opened, the bottle flew wildly through space. All the water inside splashed throughout the space station. Shizuka opened her mouth and took a sip. They found drinking water this way incredibly fun. Just then, Shizuka called them over to look. The water had formed ice crystals in space. Outside the space station, it created a beautiful sight. Doraemon then thought of an even more fun idea. He brought the two outside the space station. The view outside was truly different. Just then, they encountered Jian's space station. Like Nobita and Doraemon, it was made from discarded cardboard. They could tell Jian and his friends were having a blast in their station. Even without hearing their voices, it was clear what they were doing. Suddenly, Doraemon sensed something was wrong. Jian's space station was running low on power. They hadn't entered the intended orbit. If they kept traveling like this, they'd likely gradually descend and eventually burn up in the atmosphere. Nobita and Shizuka now realized the gravity of the situation and immediately alerted Jian and Suneo, but they couldn't escape. The exit had been blocked by Mrs. Nodoka. Jian and Suneo decided to save themselves, but this only accelerated their descent. Doraemon then devised a plan. Bring the space station closer to Jian, allowing both him and Suneo to jump onto it. But before Doraemon could give the command, they leaped out, only to find the distance insufficient. Nobita couldn't reach them no matter what. Then Shizuka came up with a brilliant idea. She had Nobita use a water bottle as a propulsion device. He successfully rescued Jian and Suneo. Though both boys were burning as they approached the space station, forming 2 arcs in the sky, the group had already returned to the ground. They admired the artificial shooting stars from the rooftop.